Stop guessing with your health, because 2026 is the year we finally stop hoping we live longer and start engineering it. If you're still relying on a multivitamin and a yearly checkup from your doctor, you are operating on outdated software. But the good news is that the tools to reverse your biological clock are no longer science fiction. They are available right now, if you know where to look. In today's video, I am revealing the top 7 biohacks that top longevity experts are using this year to slow aging, optimize energy, and essentially hack the human operating system. Before we dive into these protocols, we need to get one thing straight. I am not a doctor, and this video is strictly for educational purposes. So please consult with your healthcare professional before making any changes to your diet, supplement routine, or lifestyle, especially if you have pre-existing conditions. Now, let's get into the protocol that is changing everything. The first biohack is what I call the diagnostic audit, because you cannot hack what you do not measure. And in 2026, the standard blood panel is basically useless for longevity. The smartest people in the anti-aging space are now using AI-driven whole body, Mr. Is, and liquid biopsy tests to catch issues years before they manifest as symptoms. We're seeing a massive shift towards preventative imaging where you scan your entire body for cancer, aneurysms, and visceral fat accumulation, giving you a baseline score of your current biological reality. This isn't about being a hypochondriac. It is about having the data to pivot your strategy immediately. Pairing this with a biological age test based on DNA methylation will tell you exactly how fast you are aging compared to your chronological age. Once you have your data, you need to address the rubbish accumulating in your body. Which brings us to biohack number 2, senolytic cycling. Your body is full of zombie cell senescent cells that stop dividing but refuse to die, floating around and inflaming the healthy cells nearby. In 2026, the focus is on taking out the trash using specific senolytic compounds like and quercetin in high dose bursts rather than daily use to trigger apoptosis in these zombie cells. This cyclical approach essentially cleans out the cellular debris that causes stiff joints and low energy, allowing your fresh, healthy stem cells to regenerate tissue more effectively. Biohack number 3 focuses on the engine of your cells, the mitochondria. They get sluggish as we age, but we can now rev them back up with urolithium A. While NMN and NAD boosters were the hype of 2024, urolithium A is the star of 2026. Because it triggers mitophagy, a process where your body recycles old, defective mitochondria and replaces them with new, high-powered ones. Think of this as swapping out an old, rusting engine for a brand new V8. The result is better muscle endurance, sharper cognition, and sustained energy without the caffeine crash. The fourth hack is shifting from dieting to metabolic flexibility using continuous glucose monitors, or CGMs, which have finally gone mainstream for non. The goal here is to flatten your glucose curve because massive spikes in blood sugar accelerate aging by glycation essentially cooking your proteins from the inside out. By wearing a CGM for just 2 weeks, you can identify exactly which healthy foods are spiking your sugar and causing inflammation. Biohack number 5 is all about hormetic stress stacking. This involves exposing your body to short bursts of intense stress to trigger a survival response that strengthens your DNA repair mechanisms. We aren't just talking about a casual sauna session anymore. We are talking about contrast. Sit up at 20 minutes of infrared sauna heat at 170 degrees Fahrenheit, followed immediately by 3 minutes of cold exposure. This rapid temperature shift forces your cardiovascular system to adapt, boosts production of heat shock proteins, and dramatically lowers inflammation, making you more resilient to the chronic low-grade stress of modern life. The 6th biohack is treating sleep not as rest, but as neuroregeneration using precision environment control. The latest 2026 sleep protocols go beyond just darkness and focus on thermal regulation, using smart mattress covers that actively cool your body temperature to induce deeper REM and deep sleep cycles. We now know that deep sleep is when the lymphatic system washes toxins out of your brain to prevent neurodegeneration. So optimizing your bedroom temperature and blocking all blue light 3 hours before bed is zoomed at just about feeling rested. It's about protecting your brain from aging. Finally, biohack number 7 is the muscle as an organ thesis, which argues that skeletal muscle is the most powerful anti-aging drug we have. In 2026, we stop training just for aesthetics and start training for skeletal armor, because muscle mass is directly correlated with longevity and immune function. The protocol here is shifting towards heavy resistance training paired with adequate protein intake for 1 gram per pound of body. Way to fight sarcopenia, the aggravated loss of muscle that leads to frailty. If you implement these 7 hacks, you aren't just slowing down the clock. You are building a body that is resilient, energetic, and ready for the future. So hit that subscribe button if you want to see the exact daily routine I use to stack all of these together.